You took away my worth, my privacy, my energy, my time, my safety, my intimacy, my confidence, my own voice. Until now, anonymous. Sexual abuse. There, I said it out loud.
Yeah.
What's going on in your mind right now? A jumbled rush of reactions, thoughts, feelings just coming up, right?
Yeah.
And memories? Memories too, yeah?
Big time.
Whether we want to admit it or not, there isn't a girl or woman who has not been through this. Whether it be that cheap look or that inappropriate touch, or it happening over a sustained period. That kind of trauma is not easy to deal with. And for the most part, never finding a release and it just festering inside, causing more damage continuously long after it happened. And yes, it happens to boys too. Forget dealing with it. It's not even easy talking about it, is it? Well, we're making the effort to change that today. Good evening and welcome in to the Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies Awesome Love and Health Tele Summit. Our amazing expert today comes with over 10 years of experience. He is a psychic with many healing modalities in his toolbox, including Chakra Balancing, Akasha Abhilekham, sexual trauma clearing, inner child healing, entity and negative energy clearing from people and space, psychic readings, and many more. He's here today to help us transform trauma to freedom. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for and join me in giving a warm Mystic Lotus welcome to the very calm, very grounded, very gifted Deepakk Raisinghani. Hi, Deepakk. Welcome in.
Thank you, Neelu. And I think I am becoming overwhelmed with this introduction of yours. I may not be that worth it, but yes, this has been very overwhelming experience for me also to introduce this modality. And in fact, it has been a journey which I feel somewhere it has come to a maybe a sort of in Hindi bolte na padav, a sort of
Come to a level.
Yeah, come to one level where maybe I was expecting it to go. So I would say that yes, maybe I was feeling a bit happy when I got this modality going. So it is a sort of a culmination of something which is which maybe I sent out long back, maybe long back. So
in fact, Deepakk, sorry, just coming in here, it's your first time on the Mystic Lotus Tele Summits, and no holds barred, straight on with such a heavy duty, hard hitting subject. I wanted to ask you, Deepakk, what's your story been with this? How did this happen? How did you make this happen?
Well, it so goes that when I initially kind of got into this light work, I was a normal human being, a corporate human being. I used to work somewhere, as a regional manager or whatever. Yes, when I was pushed into this, I was literally pushed into it, because it was something like, I can say I was pushed into it, because there was a lot of there's a huge story. I cannot, maybe if I say here, the time will get over. So we'll keep that for some other day. But yes, what I got to know in that was that somewhere clearing clutter was one of my life's objectives. And the beauty of that point was that I was the person with the maximum clutter in my mind. So I used to laugh at my saying that, this is the guy with the maximum clutter, and you are saying that I am here to clear clutter. Come on, give me another one. So, so yeah. So maybe 10, 7, 8 years down the line, 8, 9 years down the line, I'm the wiser, of course, looking at what was told to me. So they were aware of what was happening. So, and also I was given a heads up that time that I'll do a lot of activities around about women, girl child predominantly. And the best part of all that is, maybe during this lockdown or around about this time, I realized that 90 to 95% of my clients were ladies. And there is basically, I was flabbergasted, because that is something which I was not, I didn't really go behind a design. It was something like the design happened on its own. So that is something. So I think somewhere I realized that yes, that objective was true. And round about this period of last lockdown, before the lockdown rather, I used to go to basically go to some orphanage, and I used to do some healings, and some girls and some ladies. In fact, when I did Akashic readings, I got to know about the disconnect between gender equality. And somewhere it kept bothering me. And when I went to these ashrams, these orphanages, that was the time I realized, that not only girls, even boys are affected. And data is basically, I have some data, I'll not overload all with a lot of data, but the reported ones are in Africa, 19% boys are sexually abused. And in surprise, Australia is the highest as far as girls are concerned. So that is basically the point. I'm not able to hear you.
I was just agreeing.
Okay.
I was just agreeing.
Okay. So
As in, I was just nodding.
yeah. So somewhere Asia is the lowest in figures, but of course we know that a lot of things are not reported. So safely, I can assume that 70 to 80% people are affected, or even men as well as girls are affected. Boys and girls are affected by this. That's a surety.
You just mentioned, coming across the gender divide. I just wanted to say, a topic like this, something um, related to abuse, especially sexual abuse, it is something that needs to be spoken about openly, supportively, with a lot of gentleness and love, and without shame or guilt or embarrassment. However, it's it's the one conversation that is just constantly thrown, brushed under the carpet. It's not out there in the open. In fact, Deepak, for example, if you have a headache, if you get a headache, you know the underlying causes for it. Uh,
Yeah.
you could have been in the sun for too long. You could be dehydrated. Sugar could be low. Eye power could be affected. But with sexual abuse, there is no ABC listing of it, of the underlying causes for it. But if we are to even begin to understand or comprehend something like this, would you say that, as you mentioned, the gender divide, that gender discrimination, that gender inequality, does that play some kind of starting point to understand and figure this out?
Yes, I will talk about a live example where a lady was not giving birth to a child because somewhere she was aware that she will deliver a girl child, and the family did not want a girl child. So that is the kind of fear people have inside them. And because why I asked her, we actually understood why it happened. Somewhere during her childhood, she had to face a lot of challenges in her own home. So that kind of, she became a rebel and actually went, and when she delivered a baby girl, she stopped loving her. So, that kind of unfortunate situation happened. And I had to do this healing for the child, the 15-year-old girl. I had to heal her to get her out of this trauma, which somehow her mother was not loving her. And for reasons best known, because of her own issues, which she had faced. So she was carrying it into the womb, and so we had to do the womb cleansing and all those kind of things. So it really affects, yes, and there are so many people who have gone into psychiatric healings. I have personally healed one schizophrenia patient, a major schizophrenia patient, who had for example, in one single healing, she was having a 40% improvement in her overall situation.
Wow, that's
So
amazing.
it's basically depends upon how you take it. So you will either live within boundaries. If it happens too many times regularly, and if it kind of affects you emotionally, you may get into a psychiatric disorder. But one thing is sure, whatever happens, your confidence levels will be low generally throughout, in case you have gone through it. Unless you work on yourself, you do light work and all those things, you get yourself healed, then of course things will improve. But again, that may happen for 6 months, 1 year, or 3 months, depending on, you know. After that, again, you will see maybe similar patterns coming. Some people get resolved if they let go all their feelings. So it all depends upon the individual, how it happens. And as you rightly said, it is taboo to speak about it. Yes, that is a challenge which I face. Not a challenge, I would say, but yes, I do not make it evident to the person to whom I heal. I just say that I'm releasing this. You may remember it and release it. I am releasing it for sure. You may remember it, may not remember it, is not important. If you remember it, which 99% people do remember what they are removing, but yes, I do not make it evident to them that this is what I'm releasing. I just say that, you're releasing anguish, or you're releasing despair, whatever comes up, whatever comes up for release. I get the idea. See, being a clairsentient, I'm able to make out the energies, what I'm releasing from the person. So if it is despair, like in one case, it was totally self introspection. The person was a totally self introspector. He would kill himself thousands of times before taking any decision. So that kind of overthinker. So that also, so he wanted to release that big time, but somehow could not release it. So each trauma is different, and each the trauma which they carry inside, they sometimes know, sometimes they do not know what that they are carrying it. But yes, releasing it, yes, some people accept it, some people do not accept it. In fact, one person went to that extent that they said that I'm sorry, I went through all these things. I said, you don't have to be sorry. The person who has done it needs to be sorry. So anyway, that's a part of the society which we unfortunately live in, or maybe that could be the surroundings which that lady must be surrounded with. So one thing is for sure, I don't make it evident. If a person accepts it or whatever, I said you don't have to tell me, you release it, you're aware, that's enough. I'm just telling you what I'm releasing. So that kind of improves the air in that healing process, so that they don't have to be shamed or do anything of that sort. They release it and we finish it off. And that's the end of the story.
Right. In fact, you used a very key word here, which is that you you help with the release of it. I want to ask Deepak, abuse of any kind sexual, any kind of abuse, really, it brings out and in there's so much guilt and shame and embarrassment and humiliation, rejection, resentment, the lack of power, the lack of control, the helplessness of it all, the victimhoodness of it all, the depression of it all. These are all such hugely negatively charged emotions that are inside. And it's not like one switch on off and they all go away. So you just said, I release whatever comes up. Please, if you could explain a little bit about the process that you go through before I bring on a few more questions around this, if we could get an understanding of how this works for all of us.
Yeah, we have 60 to 80 trillion cells. That is again a debatable question, but
I believe it's 73 or 74 now.
yeah,
It
74.
seems. I'm not sure about the exact figure.
So say 73 to 74 trillion cells. So each cell has their own thought process, and which it kind of creates a sort of a storehouse of information, because each cell has their own information process, which they consume information and keep it inside them. So what happens is that in this process, if a person is say 33-year-old, so right from the 33rd year old, each and every year's cellular memory, I basically heal that, release all that needs to be released. Whatever has had a negative impact on this person in that particular lifetime. So starting from 33rd year, I clear that, and with the help of certain certain angels, a set of angels, I would say, I heal there after releasing all these things. Then I heal that particular cellular memory for that particular year, and after that, I go to the next year. So for example, 33rd year we have cleared, we go to the 32nd year. After 32nd, 31st. So each year we clear, and we go or right up to the womb. The womb we clear with the help of again the karmic guides, because the karmic guides of that person will know what needs to be cleared, what may not be cleared. So whatever challenges this person has been given from the womb, which may be her mother's challenges or his or her mother's challenges, those are also passed on. So at least those which are not her challenges can be eliminated from the womb, and the womb can become more, more positive in nature, and all the energies can be more positive, which will be more progressive in nature. So we also intend that this person has to have a progressive life, satisfied life, successful in his life and career. That kind of builds up the trajectory so that the person moves forward.
Interesting. You mentioned the womb. So is it my womb or my mother's womb?
Mother's womb.
So okay, the mother. So when you're the fetus in the womb, that's the so moving backward each year, right to infancy, right to pre-birth.
Yeah. Yes. So like I cleared one person, one lady's womb, in which the lady actually wanted to abort this child, and this lady now she's 55 plus years, or 54, 55. So she still had this feeling of unwantedness. So that kind of carried on from the womb. And now last 1 year I did a reading, and today she's pretty fine. She's accepted all the things, and she's very much in peace with herself.
Amazing. So this is a 50-plus-year-old woman.
Yeah.
Who had feelings of unwantedness, maybe even abandonment. Yeah. And you went backwards each year, clearing each year's cellular memories, healing. And at the space of the womb is where this thing came out, where it was revealed to you that actually probably the mother didn't. Oh my God, that is what this woman must have been through. And
In fact,
You're saying she's at peace now, so
she used to have shocks every week, hospitalization every month. That kind of trauma she had to go through. So everything she used to be to think that I'm responsible for all the wrong things that are happening. That is the point. So rather than, I think maybe if all are okay, we will just I'll have a small demo. In the sense,
yes,
I'll basically tell everybody, rather heal everybody here. The healing which I will be imparting here would be predominantly, I will be releasing any 1 year of trauma which they may have experienced. Being a group, so whatever the energies which I send out are basically going to release the trauma of a one particular year, which may be the worst year for them. So in this, they will experience certain releases. So I will request them to just keep a glass of water also around them after this healing, so that they can have keep themselves hydrated, because there may be a lot of releases of energies in this.
great, fantastic. You took the words out of my mouth, because it's not possible right now for us to like average the group out and go from here to womb. So thank you so much for this. There are a few thoughts and a few questions that have come in, which uh, I'll bring up after this. And Deepak, just very quickly wanted to ask you, are there any restrictions or precautions to be taken, like if somebody is pregnant, for example, can they receive this healing?
They can.
So it's safe. It's safe. We're safe right now.
100% safe. 100%.
Fantastic.
There is no restriction in any circumstances, in any way you can receive it. These are very beautiful energies, and in fact you will experience them yourself.
Yes, absolutely. And I know all the cities are kind of quietened down, but just in case somebody is driving, is that okay? Should they just pull over?
Ideally, if he or she can pull it over, so they will experience it. Otherwise, it's not going to disturb their driving in case that is happening.
Okay, fantastic. And this is going to be just as effective in the replay, Deepak?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course.
Take it away, Deepak. Tell us what to do.
So I would request all present to just close their eyes and take 3 deep breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in hope. Breathe out stress. Breathe in a lot of positive energies and breathe out all that is negative or less than proud. Now breathe normally. I now will create a sacred space quickly around all of us. This will ensure that we are safe. I'm creating sacred space in everybody's home of all the people present. I manifest the 4 legions of light in the 4 corners of all the homes. Lord Melchizedek, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, and Archangel Zadkiel are bringing up the 4 legions of light. Mother Conyan, Mother Mary, Goddess Isis, and Durga Maya are bringing the 4 legions of light and maintaining the yin and yang energies of all the homes. There's a canopy, Ganpati Bappa is bringing the central legion of light. There's a canopy of white light over us and a sheet of white light below us. Saint Germain, I call upon you with the violet flame of transmutation, each and every person in each and every home, all the living beings, all energies, positive or negative, are and will keep burning on violet flame, 50 meters, all 6 sides till Friday night. All less than God energies will get transmuted into white light. Kali Mata, Bholenath, and Bajrang are there for our protection. We are in the lap of Mahatar Babaji. Now I call upon the spirit guide, guardian angel, and ascended masters of all the people present and who are experiencing this healing to help them, and even the record keeper to help them and make them aware. Also, I call the body elemental of all the people present who will make a note of all the changes that is being done in the particular year in which they've at the most traumatic experience, which the record keeper will bring it to their awareness, and the body elemental will make a note of all the changes, and the DNA will be revised accordingly. I call upon Lord Metatron to help me with this reading, come healing. And I call upon Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Zadkiel, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Samuel to send their energies, and the spiritual sun to send their energizing energies so that we can heal, release all the unwanted energies, or rather all the anguish which all the people on the group are carrying in that most dominant year, which is the most year with the maximum trauma. I'm scanning now all the energies of all the group members present. I'm making out a lot of anguish, a lot of trauma, a lot of fear, a lot of ambiguities. Trauma also. I am now releasing all the energies from that particular year, which is having the maximum trauma from all the people in this group. Releasing all, everything that is not serving the purpose, creating obstacles, creating speed breakers in the life of the respective person, respective individuals. Releasing everything that is making them sad, making them worry, giving them all less than God energies. Archangel Michael cut the cords and the blockages are burning in the violet flame. Releasing a lot. And Michael cut the cords and the blockages are burning in the violet flame. Now releasing, everybody is releasing. I can see an avalanche of energies being released from this group. Some may have some heavy head, some may have some heaviness around their heart chakra, some around their stomach, some pain in the hands and some pain in the feet, depending on how they are releasing. Releasing some more spots in the blockage of burning oil. The releases are coming at a full pace. Cut the cords in the blockage of burning oil flame. All the blockages have been released from that traumatic year, and now I'm healing them with the green, white, golden, and the blue, violet, and pink light. The green light is the healing light, white is the purification light, golden is the energizing light, blue is the tranquility light, violet is the forgiveness light, and pink is definitely the unconditional love, which is given to all the people present on the group. The healing is being done now superbly. I can feel a lot of soothing effect, calming effect coming. And I request Lord Metatron and Lord Melchizedek to heal the whole group and release everything that has been released to the white light. I send the releases all to the violet flame for transmutation. Now the healing is complete, and as and when you are convenient, just rub your palms, take the energies in your eyes, hydrate yourself after opening your eyes.
Thank you, Deepak.
Thank
Thank you. I've been through this experience. This is the third time now. This has, of course, been the shortest period. I've had different responses and reactions each time. Today, when you were every time you were saying cut the cord, my lower back was feeling like something's happening. It was kind of a weird sensation. And I'm also extremely thirsty. I have been sipping water all throughout. I just had some right now as well. And yeah, and I think there is almost a sense of wanting to puke, as in not vomit, but as in let it all out.
Let it go.
yeah, like that. So thank you so much. And people have written in. Bharti said left kidney area hurting. Bhavna says I cried. Seema said mind blowing, couldn't stop crying. I'm reading out their responses, and I am getting tears in my eyes. Rita says thank you, Deepak ji. Nishi says thank you. Bhavna says thank you, Jenny. All thank yous coming in. Delba says superb, thank you so much. Indrajit says it was very calming. Shobha said, I was literally getting emotional and tears were pouring from my eyes. Rohini said, felt pinching pain in the left arm in the start. Lot of movement of energy around the heart. Thank you. And Bharti says, crying even now. In fact, earlier when we were talking, Bharti had written in, she had said, it is also denied and discredited by family, especially if it happens by a close family member. And I think Bharti's kind of hit the nail on the head, hasn't she? There's a social stigma around, even if you want to talk about it, there is a social, even if you don't want it to be a social stigma, family can sometimes pressurize you to feel that way. And thank you for this. Responses are still pouring in. Anupreet says, thank you, cannot stop crying. Sharon says, feeling lightheaded. Candy says, thank you so much. Can I get your personal contact number? Just hang in there, Candy. There's some amazing offers coming up for you, and you will get to know how to get in touch. Viji says, feeling very light. Rashmi says, reliving that year and releasing them.
Wow.
Yes, this is amazing. And as you said, there will be releases. You were saying also there's an avalanche of releases happening, and we can see with Bhumika says headache, feeling like vomiting. Would you like to take anybody on right now, Deepak, and just have a word with them if they're comfortable to come on?
Yeah. Why not?
Yes. And in fact, yes, please. And in fact, very quickly to all of you, we understand this is not easy to speak about, to even admit, or even to say out. If you'd like to come on and not be on video, please feel comfortable. And please ask away. This is your space. You're safe here. There is no judgment. Ask whatever you want to ask. And I can see Deepak has raised his hand. If you'll just give me a moment. Should we get Bhumika on, who has a headache and she's feeling like vomiting?
Yeah.
And Deepak, I will bring you on after this. We normally tell everybody all chats are happening on the Telegram group.
Yeah.
If you're here, you're not, if you're not wanting to write anything and you want to ask something, go ahead, raise your hand today. It's all good. I'm looking, Bhumika, would you like to come on? Just give me a yes on the group. Okay. And Delbo also says she felt the presence of the archangels, and it was so comforting in Babaji's lap. And Bhumika, thank you for your yes. I've sent you a request to unmute.
Hi.
Hi, Bhumika.
Hi, sir. I'm Bhumika. I'm from Calcutta. And after the whole process, in fact, in the between only, I started having a headache left side of my head. And slowly it has moved like center of my head.
Okay.
And I was feeling like, pukish. I had food before starting the class, but right now I am having the same feeling. I just
Okay.
want to throw it out. I'm
Yeah.
having water. I ate something,
Yeah.
but still I'm having that vomit feeling still.
I'll, okay. Okay. So
And
nice
one thing
of
more,
you. Yeah, please, please.
sorry, one thing more, just about this womb healing. 2 days back only, one of my friends, we were just discussing, and she told me about that I should get the womb healing,
Wow.
not cleaning, healing. And today, surprisingly, I got the link and I'm here.
All in divine timing. You heard so
So
many times. Believe me.
thank you so much.
Yeah, I'll just, you want me to just share with you about what is happening with you?
Yeah, sure, sir, please.
Okay. See, basically, whatever you must have gone through has created a kind of, receiving issue at your end.
Okay.
So you had certain blockages in terms of receiving, which kind of showed up.
Okay.
And you also do not let go so easily, is what is
Yeah.
basically evident in this.
Okay.
So the moment you just take a deep breath,
Hmm.
and I'll just, you have this headache still now?
No, sir, now I'm light.
Okay, great. And what about that pukish? Is that fine?
I'm having water, so it's like better.
Okay, fine. Otherwise, see, basically, this is my submission to you that it is basically it has created a kind of an imbalance in your receiving, and somewhere you have also kind of kept it as a grudge inside, and it is not letting you go certain things. So just letting go will, it's something like you do some hoponopono with, sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, I forgive you. In general, don't need to do it and do it for a particular person, and you will start feeling better. I am also sending you some soothing energies. So in case any discomfort is there for you or anybody, they will get a relief from that.
Okay, all
So
right.
just that's my submission. I hope hope you are able to connect with that, whatever I told
Yeah,
you.
yeah, definitely.
Thank you,
Thank
thank
you.
you, thank you, thank you. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Same here, sir. Thank
My
you.
pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhumika. And Bharti's here, Deepak. She's saying that her kidney area still has a very sharp pain. Bharti, with your permission, if you give me a yes, would you like to come on? Just let me know on the group. In the meantime, Deepakji, you have your hand raised. Is there something you'd like to ask?
Yes. Actually, I couldn't write.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I couldn't write. First of all, I want to thank Deepak ji. He's healing me from long time. And every day, whenever he heals, I feel very nice. And today also, I feel very light and very nice. Thank you, Deepak ji, with being with us, with my family. And always your help and support, always great, actually.
You can share about the inner child healing after that, what you went through.
Oh, I have
For
released
everybody in the
lots
group.
for many days actually. Deepak ji actually when he did me actually inner child heal on me, I was releasing for I think 2 weeks, more than 2 weeks. Every day actually I was releasing, and Deepak ji was sending me soothing and healing me also and releasing also. So he helped me out to release lots of things. and I had a lots of issues in myself only, not in my family actually. In my family also, but Deepak ji is always actually on time, and he's always हमेशा वो तैयार रहते हैं help करने के लिए, and he's always clearing my house, always clearing me also, and my family also, my kids also. So I am really lucky to get Deepak actually in touch with him, and I would be always be in touch with him. Thank you, Deepak ji. I'm really thank you very much.
Thank you, Deepak ji. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Deepak ji. Deepak. And I honestly, I had no idea, okay? And that this is what
even I was surprised by him, actually.
Right. Bharti is here. Hi, Bharti.
Hi, Needu.
Hi. Deepak, all yours.
Hi, Bharti ji.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay. I've got a very sharp pain on the left kidney area. It's almost like I can feel it's like a lump kind of a thing I'm feeling. Happened when you were doing the releasing, and I've still feel very sharp. I've had the water. I've walked bare feet.
Yeah, I'll just, I have got some reading for you. Just please tell me if that is connecting with you.
Yes, tell me.
This, whatever we have released trauma, has something to do with fear, which I had mentioned during the call also. And that is showing up in your kidney. Generally, kidneys and knees are associated with fear. So if you release this, I'm sure there would be something which is plaguing you will go away after this healing. So this is an indicator that the fear is releasing.
Okay.
I hope you are able to connect with what I just told you. Yeah. We may not get into details, but I just told you the synopsis of it, summary of it, or whatever.
Thank you.
And what I'm doing is that I'm sending you soothing energy so that you will come out of it immediately.
Okay. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you so much. Within I think just take a deep breath and release. Within 2 breaths, the pain will be gone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Are you having relief?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's really nice. Yeah.
We will take care of everybody. Just hang in there. Deepak, Simi is saying her headache's gotten worse. Simi, I have sent you a request to unmute. Please unmute if you'd like to come on. And Simi is here.
Hi. Namaste.
Hi, I'm Simi.
Hi.
Actually, my daughter is sitting beside me and she's having a headache.
Okay.
Like when she was, should I narrate the incident or
please?
Is it required?
If no, it may not be required. If you're comfortable, only then. Otherwise, don't.
All right. All right. So,
so the daughter, what's her name? If I can just know the name.
I'm
Mehak.
Hi, Mehak. How are you?
Hello, sir.
Beta?
I'm good, sir.
Great. I'm just trying to sense what is being released. I'm able to make out, if I may put it, as trauma. And I'm sending soothing energies to Mehak. Beta, take a deep breath and release from your mouth. Taken from the nostrils and release from your mouth. Are you able to hear me?
Just a moment. I think she's muted herself.
Okay. I'm sure within 3 to 5 breathings, she will be fine. She is releasing a lot of trauma, which maybe she has kept inside her for a long time. Yeah. Thanks.
The headache's gone now.
Fantastic. Thank you, Vita.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ji.
Take
Wow,
Thank you.
that is amazing. Thank you, Simi. Glad you're feeling better, Mehak. And I just want to say this. Do I really need to say it? Probably I do, but I'm sure all of you are noticing that the work that Deepakk does is very non-intrusive. All right. You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. You don't have to go into details if you don't want to. Whatever you want to share is in your control. And there is no sense of being forced to talk about something. There is no discomfort with that. And only if you want to say something, or if you want Deepakk to say something, that it's going to happen. So Deepakk, I do definitely want to commend you on this, and share with everybody that it is not easy doing that, because sometimes you need information to help with the healing or the release, and you don't have to go through that here. So keep that in mind with whatever comes up. Candy's not feeling too good either. I'm getting Candy on, and before we take anybody else on further, do we have Vani here with us?
Vani,
Hi.
Yeah, hi, Vani.
Oh, there I can see you. Right.
Candy.
And
Okay. That's
Candy's here right now.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Go ahead.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. I live in Norway. I
Hi.
have been having headaches from few days.
Mhm.
So headache got worse, and a few days back somebody I take healing from many people, so they told me I have like emotional heart pain, which I don't understand that I have. So if you have something for me.
Okay. Okay. Mother, I don't know whether this will be, I'll share with you on the group. Maybe it is a fear of rejection or something like that, what I'm getting.
Okay.
You're experiencing. Maybe you have seen some people got separated, and that kind of has registered in your mind. And you are kind of fearful even releasing it, which is what is creating the headaches.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Can I get your number and I can connect with you personally?
Yeah, that of course
Helping you with that.
Yes. Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
In fact, everybody hang in there. Nobody is going to be left unattended. I'm thinking, Deepakk, this is the third time that somebody's saying, how do I get in touch? How do I get in touch? With your permission and with everybody's permission, today, can we just get the offers out?
Yes.
Please, all of you have a look, understand what's the work you're going to be taking on, and hang in there. Like I said, everybody's going to be taken care of. Don't worry about that at all.
Yeah.
So I am doing this, excuse me, right now. Give me a moment. Just getting the screen up. Just one moment. Okay. All right. So this is what it is, releasing trauma and heading towards freedom with Deepakk. Deepakk, you want to take us through what we have?
Sure.
This is an overview, of course.
Yes. See, basically, there are two packages which we are talking about, in which there is group healings. Group healings will be basically, we'll be having 4 group healings in 1 month. And the duration of these would be approximately 1 hour each. And these 4 healings will basically have a group in which again we will release batch wise, if I may call it. Like we will clear some, if a person is say for 40 years, so 10 years each in 4 this thing set. And in the final, of course, the womb clearing and all those aspects will be cleared. Because it is a group healing, so depending on the number of people, the energies are definitely going to be very, very heavy. And the experience is going to be 100% totally out of, I would say, over the moon, because I have experienced with some people, and I in fact did it in some orphanage. And believe you me, with those children's energies, the energies which I released were like crazy. And I was like going zoop, zoop, zoop for 2 days after that.
Right.
So the actual, the usual price of this is 14,400 for an individual, or US 226. And the special price which we are offering in this for the next 24 hours only, that is going to be 7,000 or 110 USD. This
And
is
if
for the,
I just, sorry, I just want to quickly add in here, Deepak, you know, group work, group healings. So the first time I ever heard of the thought or the concept of borrowing benefits, where an entire group is healed together or works together, and everybody benefits from the collective energy of the group. I'd first heard this with Nidhu. It's the first time I saw it happening and understood it. And I quickly want to share with everybody here about the group calls. A few of us happen to have done a very small group call with Deepak. And I have to say this, one person was being taken care of, but everybody else also responded. One person had said, it was very calming, it was very gentle. I didn't feel hassled at all, no matter what the other person was going through or saying yes or no to. And there was another participant there who had said that, you know, you mentioned a year, I thought you were talking about my year. And even while this entire process was going on, I felt it, I think my sacral chakra or my solar plexus. So I've seen this happening in other places, and I've seen it happening in just, what was it, Deepak, 15 minutes odd, 20 minutes odd was that call?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. And that was the results that we saw instantly. You're going to be having an hour with Deepak, and all of you are going to be together and safe and protected. So use this for yourself, use it for whoever you think might need it. And of course, there are the personal sessions. Deepak, please.
Yeah. So the personal session is basically one-on-one sessions in which we do, as I shared, from the first year, that is the 40th year to the womb, and basically healing each year. And the usual price for that is also 17,800 or USD 279. And the special price is 4,500 for the next 24 hours, sorry. In this, of course, cell recharging meditation audio will be also shared with you, which is worth rupees, say 1,100 rupees, which will be given as a bonus. And free invite to the first group healing call. Thereafter, you can purchase for the, say, 6,000 rupees.
Balance,
so that is the bonus which we have thought of providing, so that everybody can benefit or rather take benefit from this particular healings.
And very generously so. And the cell recharging meditation is, of course, to be heard for 21 days after the session with you, correct?
Yes.
And you get the invitation to the first call. You can come and attend the first call free, and you can still decide if you want to pick up the rest of the calls. It'll still be available. It's simple. The work here is simple, be it the group sessions, be it the personal session. It's very simple. There's no up, down, sideways about it. You're already experiencing what it is to go through a group release over here. you're getting to see how intuitive Deepak is. You're coming on, you're saying mine is this, mine is that, and whatever's coming out is being shared with your permission. So imagine an hour's work with him, and with personal sessions, an hour, hour and a half. And in fact, here, Deepak, I want to add in very quickly that I have done work with Deepak, and I've already said this, but I'm going to repeat it. It's a very, there is a lot of release, and as I said, it's non-intrusive. I think that was my favorite part of it, that I just had to quietly receive and respond. I maximum yes, no, don't remember. I think that's it. The 4 words is all I used throughout the entire duration. So yes, definitely do look at taking this up for yourself, because yes, we are talking about sexual abuse here, but there are a lot of people who do go through abuses of all kinds, and one is no lesser or more than the other. It's just as traumatizing as it all. Yeah, so that is that. And Vani is here. I know she's been waiting to share.
Yeah, Vani. There?
I've sent a request, Vani.
Hey,
There you
Vani,
are.
how are you? Namaste.
Fine. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine.
Good
All
to
yours.
see you here.
Thank you.
So, Neelu, I just wanted to know that I've been following Deepak since, when he used to come on Mystic Lotus for that 1 week, and he used to do psychic readings for everyone.
Yeah,
Right.
So, that's when I got totally hooked, because his psychic readings were so deep and insightful. So then I followed up, I got his number, and then I needed to get some space clearing done in my house. And it was amazing. He comes over and he points to certain spots where my kids have actually told me they've seen someone. And you don't believe your kids.
Right. Why? Sorry.
And he actually named the people. He said, Ghansham is yours. No one will want to put this in. So I was like totally freaked out. And my son had seen a man sitting there, and he come, screaming, like, you feel it's a nightmare or something. But he actually pointed out those spots. And what really freaked me out completely is he gave me a name which turned out to be my mother-in-law's name before her marriage. Like, her energy was still around and all that. It was really crazy. So, I was totally sold. I completely bought it. And like, I had been having major maid issues at home and all at that point. And after his healing, touch wood, my maid has lasted. Otherwise, they would not last more than 2 months, 6 months, maximum 8 months. If I was lucky, 8 months. So now she's gone over a year and a half. So that's, I must say, after he did space clearing. And I've gone through this womb healing. And what I really, he points out to certain times in your life. And if you really pay attention, you know that, yeah, this did happen. Something did happen there. And he said 40 years. So 40 years means it's over an hour, right? Because he stops at each year and he does the clearing and all. He did it for my mom, who's 82. What patience. I was like, it must have, I think it took him more than 2 hours, but he patiently went through it with her, and she was blown. And she did that 21-day meditation after that. And she was so amazed now. I can't tell you. Like, if she weren't so shy, I would have got her on today.
Yeah, it would have been nice, of course, because see, basically, with in old people, in aunties' case, of course, the situation is that a lot of people have these, the previous, that mentalities were very different compared to today's mentality. So she had really gone through a lot. So I remember, of course, what she had released.
Yeah. So it was really
nice of you. Thank you so much, Mani. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for everything. You've been amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing, Vani. Thank you. And I know what I know what you're saying, and I get what you're saying completely. And I'm so glad you came on and shared so that everybody else could also know. So yes, thank you so much.
truly amazing. Truly, he's been like a major support system ever since. And he
Yours very sweet, Vani.
doesn't leave you. It's not like one session, paisa mila gaya. It's not like that. He's with you whenever you need. So my cousins
Correct.
also now go to him. Everybody in my family. Yeah. So he's supporting them all. He's behind everyone. So that's really good.
Absolutely.
You're
Absolutely.
very sweet, Vani.
No, it's true. I don't fake.
Yeah, I know that. Of course, I know that. Of course, I know that.
Thank you, Vani.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Is Preeti Wagmare there or?
I will just check in on that. In fact, just adding on to what Vani said, that that Deepak always stays with you. I think immediately after my session, was it almost a day or 2 days
Yeah.
later, I went through a debilitating amount of pain, and I did call Deepak up and say that, please help. And over the next 2-3 days, he said that because the release is happening so strongly, the body is also responding. And please don't take this, in the other way. Please don't be afraid of a release happening. Know that your practitioner, your expert, Deepak here, is there with you. He will hold your hand through the process.
There is something towards this release.
Yes.
What you're releasing is what you're holding. So if your releasing is so painful, imagine what that painful energy will do inside you. How do we think, we get cancer, we get a lot of liver cirrhosis and all that. All that happens because of this. We keep holding, and one fine day it gets blown up.
Absolutely. In fact, Indrajit J is here, and she had posted questions at the beginning. She's posted some more. I'm so sorry I missed your questions. I'm bringing them up right away. Right at the beginning, when you had mentioned, womb clearing and womb healing, and you moving backwards through each year. So there was a question that Indrajit had. She asked that, so the child can be healed in the mother's womb beforehand? And can the energy of an aborted child be cleared? So 2 questions.
Yeah, well, when we do the inner child healing, when we do the womb cleansing, it is for the womb which is before the child comes in. So basically what preconceived notions or whatever, basically trauma that lady would have gone through, maybe during the childbirth or before the childbirth or round about that time, all that is passed on to the child. And all the limitations, we hear about, hum itna hi kharcha kar sakte hain, all that becomes the framework of that poor child. Even before he's coming,
spend only this much is what Deepak just said in Hindi.
So it's kind of you're sending limiting thoughts to the child. So when he it's something like, okay, when he comes to the world, so before he goes, he already has, okay, zyada kharcha nahi karna hai, something like that. Some limiting thoughts, could be kharcha, could be anything. So like girls go through a lot, you can't go beyond 8 o'clock out of the home, those are all, everything is limiting thoughts, which we clear in that. And as far as the aborted child, sorry.
I was just going to repeat the question only.
See, as far as the aborted child is concerned, to be very frank, I have done it in only 2 cases till now, because I do not advertise that separately. So there were 1 or 2 people who were interested. So I have done it for them. And it's basically not more so for the child, but more so for the lady for whom I'm doing it. So I cleanse her womb of the aborted child. So that kind of trauma which she must have faced after that, those anyway are covered in the inner child. So when I reached that year, so she didn't tell me this, but I told her, did you have a miscarriage? She said, yes. So I cleared that energy. So I got that energy, said something like this has happened. So I just asked her in that manner. And when she said that, I cleared that energy, and she said that she is not feeling that much traumatic after that. So I hope that answers the question.
And she also asked, can her insomnia be released? And she sent a big thumbs up. You know what? Come on, say hi to Deepak and ask your question directly. Hang on. There, I've sent a request to unmute.
Yeah.
There you are.
Hello. Yes,
Hi.
I wanted to check, like all the traumas could lead to insomnia because I'm having since many years and I've been trying many therapies to come over it. So can it be easily released? Can I get back my good sleep?
Okay.
Yeah, this is just in short, I'm asking.
Yeah, I'm just trying to connect with your energies and trying to get some details on that. It seems you're getting insomnia for the last 3-4 years. Am I right?
You can add 0 to it.
Oh my God, 40 years. But more severe during the last 3-4 years?
More severe since last 10 years.
Okay. See, basically what I'm seeing is that there are certain underlying emotions which are really pent up inside you,
Yeah.
and a lot of anxieties.
Mhm.
Anxieties towards your health, probably.
Yeah, insomnia is there. It's anxiety, no doubt.
No. What I'm trying to say is that anxiety towards your health,
Okay.
That is what I'm getting, and could be so many other factors. But what I'm getting is that you have some anxiety towards relationship and health. These two things are coming up in your energies.
Okay. Okay.
So what you're saying is right, but 30-40 years is a pretty long period. So the healing would be a bit more intense than we imagine.
Okay.
Because even the healing, I think then doing it part meal basis, because the kind of energies which you will be releasing would also need to be settled down. We need to settle those energies, what you would be releasing. So doing it in part sessions, that will work more for you. That's what I'm trying to say, and this issue can get resolved.
And is it the personal session would help, or just a group session is good?
I think a group session for you would be better.
Okay, that's great. Yeah.
And maybe then, maybe later on, see, basically group session for you, why I said, because that will break it up into 4.
Okay.
And what you will, so that is how I will look at it.
All right. That's quite interesting. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Seema's been asking, and I don't know if she's on the call, if she dropped off, but I'm just going to ask the question anyway in case she does catch this on the replay. She was feeling pukish continuously, and I think she did post this 2-3 times. I'm very sorry, Seema, if I missed it earlier. She was asking, please ask Deepakk ji why I'm feeling so pukish. And we're going to get Preeti Shah on after this. She's had her hand raised for quite some time.
Yeah, see, basically pukish, shall I answer that? Yeah.
Yes.
Pukish is basically, as I said in the other lady's case also, it's an indicator that you don't want to let go. And I don't know, Preeti Vagmaraji, is she on call? I don't know. I'm not able to see.
Yes, you had asked. I'm so sorry. I'm just checking in. That's Preeti with a double E, right? There, she is here.
Yeah.
I have sent in a request.
Yeah. So she can talk about it probably, because she also had similar experience in one other healing process. Which.
Yeah. Hi everyone.
Hi, Preeti.
Hi. Namaste.
Namaste, Deepakk ji.
Namaste ji.
Hi. Good evening, everyone. So, it's just a couple of months that I got in touch with Deepakk ji. So it was a very crucial point in my life. Like I had a lot of thoughts and questions and doubts going on in my mind, and there was no way, I was getting an answer. So it was just all of a sudden that I got to know about him, and I got in touch with him. So basically, as a you have lots of healers and lots of modalities and everything, but ultimately, the person who takes the healing has to feel comfortable and a certain level of trust, comfort, and all that has to be established for the healing to work. And for me, I found it so easy to work with Deepakk ji. I mean, even from my first discussion with him. We just spoke over the phone. It was, I didn't have any kind of hesitation to share all my issues or talk about the problems I was going through. So he did suggest me a couple of things and which I followed. So with Deepak ji, I have done Chakra Balancing, I have done Akasha Abhilekham, and just 2 weeks back, I also got the inner child healing. So, that itself speaks a lot. I have to mention that the Chakra Balancing was magical. I did it for myself, and I also got it done for at least 4 of my family members. So the results I could see, and he continues to do today for my father as well. So, I got everybody enrolled there, and I continue to take his healings for myself as well as my family. And the chakra balancing, I have found it very, very effective, very effective. Like, the results I could see immediately within 2 weeks, they were simply awesome. Akasha Abhilekham also he did for me, and I could gain deep insights into the problems that I was going through. And this I still remember because it's very fresh for me. It's been just a matter of like 6 months, 6 weeks ago that we had done, and immediately, like the moment we started in 15 minutes or something, I could really sense something visceral, like some movement around my chest, my the heaviness in my head, and I actually asked him to stop the healing for some time because I just could not control myself and I just wanted to throw up. So that actually told me that the energies, because you could see him sending energies and all that, but you could actually feel it when he was doing the cord cutting and he was sending the soothing energies. So that was quite an experience for me. And after the Akasha Abhilekham, we continued with my chakra balancing. So I got tremendous positive results from that. So much so
In
that
fact, she's the person, Preeti ji is the one who actually lost 2 kgs in 1 day.
Yeah, correct.
After the inner child healing.
After the
inner child healing and the womb clearing.
Yes,
Okay, because
yes,
of the letting go.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
it?
yeah. The cells carried a lot over 45 years.
So she reduced, I think, 2 kgs in 1 day. Am I right?
Correct. Yeah. That's right.
So if you want to go on a diet, go for the inner child.
Yep. Plus added benefits.
Yeah, those are the added
No,
benefits.
so a big thank you to Deepakk ji. I mean, it's a big, a lot of gratitude to him. And, the way he connects with you and the way he gives you a listening patiently, being patient, even while healing, because, I have worked with a lot of other healers and I see their time start to finish. But with Deepakk ji, that's never the case. And he's always within your reach. And I never feel any hesitation to reach out to him. So, it's being a great person and a great healer as well. So thanks so much, Deepakk ji.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Preeti.
Thank you so much.
Seema's here, Deepak. She's still feeling pukish, and as I bring her on,
she's there.
Ajay is asked, I don't exactly know my issue, but I know I have a lot of negative emotions. And I'm really tired of it. Can a one-on-one session help?
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, it should help. What's the name you said? Ajay.
Ajay is asked that he doesn't know what the issue is, but knows that there are a lot of negative emotions and he's like sick and tired
of
it.
These two will help as per his convenience or as per his comfort level. He can any of them.
Right. So Ajay, basically what you can do is you can take on a personal session at 4.5. You get the 21-day 4,500 rupees available for 24 hours. You'll get the cell rejuvenating meditation for 21 days. You'll also get the first call invite. And after that, you can take a call on whether you'd like to take on the rest of the calls.
Yeah.
Alternatively, you can do this also. What you're saying is that both of these can help. Whatever his comfort zone might be, right? So the choice is in your hands with this also.
Because as you rightly said, like in a meeting, if you go to a conference or somewhere, not everybody will talk. but everybody will benefit from that, whatever the third person talks about.
Right.
So that
And Ajay, I hope that answered that for you. And Seema's here. Seema, I've sent you a request to unmute.
Hi, good evening. Good evening.
Hi.
Sorry, I wouldn't be able to come on the camera, but
No worries.
Deepakji, I'm still feeling pukish, and in fact, I'm also feeling giddy. Now, when you started, I just bursted out crying. I didn't know what happened, but
okay. Are you there?
She's here. I think she muted herself. There she is.
Okay.
Sorry, can you hear
No,
me?
it's fine. Yeah, yeah. Now I can.
So when you started, I don't know, but then I was feeling fine before that. But when we started, I just bursted out crying. And after that, I do feel lighter, but I feel pukish and giddy. So I don't know what is going on. In fact, I'm on my bed and, I think my head's just spinning around.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is, what I'm seeing is some trauma, of course, some trauma, and something which you were not accepting probably. And this is what I'm getting. May or may not be, you may or may not connect with that aspect. But yes, I'm sending you energies so that you can get out of this mode. Just take 3 deep breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in all the positive attributes. Breathe out all the trauma. Breathe in hope. Breathe out despair. Yeah, despair is what I'm releasing now. Just take normal breaths now. I think within a 30-second period, you should be much better. You can even get up and see if there is any change.
Sure.
So despair is something which you're not letting go, which is what is causing this whole thing. Just have
Could you dwell in more about despair, because I'm unable to associate it
That's fine.
in my life.
See, that's fine. See, despair can be in terms of many aspects, which I would not like to delve into it on a call like this. But yes, we can get into details.
Sure, sir.
And definitely we will be able to release it. Don't worry on that aspect. Right now, in the next, maybe by now you would be fine.
In fact, yeah, like this is so magical. I am feeling, I did have a lot of water as well. I'm feeling much better. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So just let go. Let go is the only thing which you do. Yeah. Accept and let go. Accept.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a great day.
Gratitude, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Seema. Yes, Nandini, I can see your hand is raised. I'm getting Preeti on very quickly because she's had her hand up for a while. Preeti, you're on the Telegram group, right? I wish you had just written in. Sorry, this is missed. You're here. Preeti, go ahead.
Hi. Hi, Deepakji. I'm presently in the hospital suffering from COVID, and there is a very heavy feeling on my chest. Since evening, my affirmation I am under Babaji's care. So I think God sent. My diarrhea is not settling, and I'm feeling very uncomfortable in my stomach, and I'm not able to open my eyes, and very heavy in my center of my chest.
Some bitterness. I'll just do one thing. Are you comfortable doing this?
Yeah.
You can just breathe in. Don't take it too much of breathe. Just don't like take heavy breaths. Just normal breathing. And breathe in and breathe out. Bitterness. I'm seeing a lot of bitterness. Just breathe in and breathe out. Do it for 10 times. And on the 11th breath, you will have some relief. I'm just sending you the soothing energy so that you can get out of this. You're fine.
I'm much better. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir.
Get well soon. And you will be fine soon. Yeah, thank you.
Getting Tina and Nandini on, we are also heading towards. I first of all, I hope everybody's questions have been answered. In fact, okay, yes, Shahana, thank you for reposting. I was just going to say, I think I missed one or two, getting you on as well. Just want to give everybody a quick, Deepak, it's interesting, the various things that have been coming up for everybody, and with whatever the energy is, whatever you are feeling or sensing with the connecting, I know we haven't really gone into a major detailed conversation with what we are talking about today. And I think I'm also kind of grateful to everybody who's here and who's been open and willing to listen to what's being said, and then participating in this, and then coming up and asking however they want to ask, whatever their comfort zone is. I wanted to take a quick moment, of course, to thank you, and not closing the call, just saying thank you. And wanted to just acknowledge everybody on the call here today. There is a reason you came, whatever the reason might be. I do sincerely hope you take advantage of this this fabulous offer that is here for you. Shahana, would you like to come on? Just give me a yes. Yes, I am getting her on, and as I ask her to unmute, Indrajit had also asked, can any evil eye or black magic effect be removed and get to know who did it? Deepak, with inner child healing?
See, inner child healing will release that trauma and will release that effect of that, if I may put it that way, identifying and removing it from a particular place. See, because any energy which is evil or whatever, which has been like creating havoc or whatever, devil and XYZ, these energies do not only reside in that particular year, they also reside in that particular location. So that, see, we will come to know where it started in the inner child. The clearing may have to be done in a slightly different manner from that place and that particular location. So, yeah.
Sorry, I smiled. Shana, I'm guessing I'm just guessing that's your kid. Hi, Shana.
Hi, Neelu. Sorry, my child. I didn't know that you were sort of.
No worries, no worries. Children are always happiness. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Deepak ji, for the past 15 days, I'm experiencing extreme amount of acidity to the extent that I feel like my body is on pins and needles. My ears hurt, like when you're on a plane and it's descending and your ears feel like it needs to pop. I can barely eat enough food and I'm just in so much pain and I'm not able to comprehend what it is that's causing the pain.
The pain is in the diaphragm area, like in the just above the stomach.
Yeah, it is in the stomach and it moves up and down. Like it moves towards the head where I feel like I just want to pull off my hair, and it moves towards my toes as well.
There are two things which I can see. Is one is I think letting go is something which you are not letting go, which is a big reason why these things are showing up. And on top of that, there is some fear which has just cropped up into you. Are you fearful of the current scenario?
Not fearful of the current scenario. Sometimes I wonder if this fear is a premonition for something that's going to happen.
That's what I'm saying. A premonition or a whatever, it's a fear. So that is kind of, you know, flaring up your let go issue.
It could be. I don't know what it is, and I'm like suffering on an almost everyday basis with the pain. So is there something I can do?
Yeah, of course you can do. Of course you can do. It is all let go is something which is your own prerogative. We will only help you release it.
Absolutely.
So the let go part basically could be from anywhere in your lifetime. Could be someone, you know, maybe who has not let you go or whatever, you know. Maybe see, let go issue comes from rigidity somewhere. Somewhere rigidity, somewhere rebellious nature, could be anything that you could you can yourself surmise what is it that's causing it for you. But these are the general two perceptions created around let go. It could be rebellious, could be, you know, basically rigidity, one of these two things.
Thank you. It is I think both of them.
Okay. So kind of you to basically accept that's something which is very so that's the first step towards let go. I think that's what my submission here is.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Neelu, once again for
You're
putting me
most
on.
welcome, Jana. Thank you for coming on, and I hope you feel better soon. And if this work relates for you, please do go ahead and take it.
Absolutely.
I think you've heard from all of us who've experienced his work.
Yeah.
There is definitely a change. There is definitely a shift. And as Deepak just said, for all of us, right? It's the first step is acceptance. And if you've done that, that's a huge barrier that's already been overcome.
Yes.
So kudos.
Thank you. Thank you once again.
Thank you. Thank you, Sahana.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Is Eshani around? I don't know. I'm not seeing.
I did try. No, I didn't see her. Her spelling would be AISH onwards,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yes. No.
No. Okay. Maybe she must have
Not.
dropped.
Yes. She. I was actually looking for her and I couldn't find her.
No.
And Bharti's asked, please ask Deepak ji whether healing the oppressor also gets done and does it help?
Oppressor. Okay. See, what is the oppressor doing?
Oppressing you.
So if you get healed, the oppressor is healed. Because you create, you make him make the person an oppressor. You make the person a dictator. It's your imagination or your thoughts which create that person, and the kind of energy which you send to that person makes him your oppressor. So that way, if you are able to make peace with yourself, I think 90% of the issue is solved. 10% will remain, which may not have that much of weightage to look at it.
It's that helplessness, right? Because what is abuse? Not to take away from the gravity of something like this. It's about there is power, there is no power, and that's how it's tipped. So the moment you come up and you take away the power, it'll balance, it'll tip the other way, right, Deepak?
Yes.
And it's not easy. It's very easy to say this and do this up and down, but you got to do the work for yourself.
See,
for that.
One thing is there. If you are up against something which means you are face to face with something, you will never be able to resolve the issue. You have to just detach yourself. The moment you detach yourself and look at it from a third party perspective, the solution is there staring at you in the eye. But somehow we give weightage to our perception of the way we look at situations or the way we look at see anything which has been done, no point dragging it in your heart. It's something like, I'll just say a small story here. Two monks were basically crossing the river. There was one lady which had to be taken, So as monks, celibacy, they are not supposed to touch any lady and all that. So they carry the person, that lady, to the other side because one of them forces him. So when they do that, both of them walk off, and the second person is so dejectful, he kind of gets into depression. So he says that no, we are not supposed to touch a lady. He said that who touched the lady? We have already done a good deed. Now you are carrying it in your mind, which is why you are getting into that depression and you are getting into that fights, shouting. So it is how you take it. It may be very traumatic. I am not denying that fact. But carrying that trauma is doing what? It is spoiling your health. So it's better to let go and move forward, look at life with a new perspective rather than hang on in wherever you are. And from that spot, your further life will also get in a similar rut or maybe a worst scenario.
And in fact, it isn't always easy. That's what we're saying, right? And that's why you have somebody like Deepakk around to help you yourself see the bird's eye perspective, the overview, to step out and look in. That's where the work happens. And yes, for sure, Deepakk, I almost went into Hindi, I'm so sorry. Alone, it doesn't happen. There is help that is needed, and why not take it? That is the support you've been missing. So take it on, support yourself with that work, and move with it. Nandini is here, and and we're going to take on one more question after this. Nandini, go ahead.
Thank you, Nilu. Namaste, Deepakk ji. My health problem right now is similar to what Preeti told you. I tested positive, but I am in home isolation, and I'm coming out of it now that I haven't had a fever for quite some time. But Deepakk ji, I have the same unresolved issue of diarrhea for the past 20 days. I didn't know medicine is working, so I really don't know how to go about it.
Okay. I think it's
Sorry,
you were saying something.
Sorry. Diarrhea is an issue with me, not for the first time in life. Since my childhood, I have had irritable.
I was about to tell you that.
Yes. And antibiotics also upset it. But somehow this has got, meshed up with this COVID time that I'm going through.
See, your stomach is delicate. That much I'm getting. And on top of that, I think some fear which you have been carrying for a long time, which you have been carrying for a long time, is kind of plaguing you and creating this. It's basically creating this, and somewhere I don't know. I'm getting fear and despair both. Both of these I'm getting.
Yeah, I'm feeling very hopeless about this diarrhea.
Yeah, so it is not only for diarrhea, but it is coming from somewhere, maybe somewhere in your childhood, where maybe I'm getting a bit more specific feedback for you, which is maybe you were rebuked by someone, and somewhere because of fear something happened, and that has kind of stuck into your head.
I see.
So I'm getting a very specific feedback for you. I don't know. This maybe it has come. Time has come for release, probably.
So what do I do to get rid of this diarrhea? At least let it, graduate to a better situation.
Better would be to whether come for a individual or a group healing. Both will work for you.
Okay, fine. So do you hope that I'll get over it sometime in near future?
100%.
Okay, thank you so much.
100%.
I'll connect. Thank you so much.
Nandini, are you on the Telegram? Are you on the Telegram group?
No. Oh, Neelu, sorry, I'm not a very tech-savvy person, although I'm a university teacher, but I really don't know. So for an individual session, how do I pay?
Okay, I'm checking in with the team. Shilpa, just let me know. We do have Nandini's email ID with us. When you get the call
Yeah.
replay, you will get the offer details and the payment links also. All right, and if you open the Zoom chat, you can see it here as well.
That's true, but wait, because I am still in isolation, so my son will have to do that from another home.
Don't worry
Yeah.
about it. When the email comes in, just pick it up from there. And yeah.
By the way, you're already negative, and just get your test done and you're out from isolation.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think so? I'm already negative?
Yes, you're
Deepakji?
already out. Yes, you're already out. Just get your test done in the next 24 hours.
Saying Nandini, get your test done and get out of isolation.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Please send me the email, Neelu. I will get connected and pay the.
All right. Do you want to just note a number down, Nandini? Will you just note this number down?
Yes.
Yeah, and just send a WhatsApp message on this number.
No, my number again doesn't have a WhatsApp.
Okay, send a text message. SMS you can send. You know what?
SMS, of course.
Yeah, okay. Let me give you this number, 98203.
98203.
I'm so sorry. That was not the number. Sorry. I'm giving you the correct number. Hang on. Sorry. Here, take this number down. 99759.
99759.
92514.
92514. Okay.
Yeah, just send a message to this number immediately, requesting for help with the payment link.
Okay, fine. I'll do so right. Thank you so much, Neelu. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, is Shalaka Sequeira around? I don't know. I didn't even.
I no.
Okay. Maybe she's also dropped off. Okay, fine.
I had checked in a little earlier as well, and I was looking for both of them. I couldn't find them, and people, we are coming towards the end of the call. I know you have many more questions. Please know that Deepakk is here post the call also, and here with you tomorrow as well. Feel free, please ask him. And this question is in. Pooja's asked, I'm suffering a reoccurring bacterial infection of some body part of mine. Is this related to some sexual wound or imbalance? Anything like that? And thank you, Pooja, for asking. Thank you for being, for even expressing this. Greatly appreciated.
Yeah, it is.
Simple answer, it is. So you know what you got to do, Pooja, take the work on. All right. Oh, you're most welcome. And Tina, so sorry, missed you for quite some time. She's had her hand raised since when. Tina's here. Tina, go ahead. Yours is the last we're taking on right now.
Thank you so much, Neelu. Deepakk, I have a question. Is that I've been in the healing line for the last 11 years, taken a lot of trainings on theta healing and access consciousness, a lot of healings, worked on inner child. And yet recently I was having, I wanted to do something for my career. And when I went to these two people, and they both told me that you have lots of issues in the lower 3 chakras, which I don't seem to understand why. Can you shed some light on this as to why I continue to have issues? They are seeing issues like that kind.
Earth chakras, which means they're saying.
The last 3 chakras, the root, sacral, and
Earth chakras. That is the earth chakras.
The what?
Earth
chakras. Okay.
Upper 3 are the sky chakras. This is the center. And
okay.
2 are the earth chakras. So. Tina, okay. What I'm getting for you is sorry, just a minute, half a minute more. I want to talk about something, basically what I'm getting is that you have got it from the womb somewhere. This has kind of created this, what do I call it? Like a framework around you. And that is not letting you go forward. So it is something which has happened in the womb.
That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense because my mom didn't want another child after 2 children.
Okay. That is kind of creating that into you. So very, very clearly it is the womb, which is what I got limited.
So what do I do?
Just you can register for the program as you're comfortable.
My question is, I would like to do both. So would it make sense for me to do the group one and then do a personal, or to do a personal and then do the group?
As you're comfortable.
Because I'm comfortable with both.
As you're comfortable, because see, I'll be very, it's something like, you know what, the more you heal, the more better you get, is what, as simple as that. I don't, you being a healer, I don't need to tell you that.
Yeah, that's true. But I've come to a point where I'm pretty tired of all this, Like I've just come to a place, I just don't want to do anything more.
The more you heal, the more you get benefit from it. As simple as that.
Okay, fine. Thank
Because
you so
let me tell you, the first day when this modality came into fruition, I did my own inner child healing. And believe you me, I had, for 1 hour, the reading went on. 1 hour, I was burping, all acid coming out. So everything which was, all the bitterness which was there inside me came out. Even after all these healings, I'm already 7-8 years into healing. So still that bitterness was there somewhere. So,
because I've done a lot of inner child healing. So because I know the issues, my mom not wanting with her child and that sort of thing. And I was like, what more can I do? I'm like getting tired of all this.
And you know what? Now that you mentioned it, I'm sorry. At the initial stages, I forgot to. It kind of skipped me. But somewhere it has, the guiding light for me has been Mahatar Babaji, who pushed me right, who has like given me this. I would say that he has been very instrumental in getting me, this modality inside me. So it had come for a purpose for sure, and this is what we are trying to do.
Thank you so much. I will definitely sign up. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tina. All right. And you know what, Deepak, these two questions I might as well just ask you.
Yeah.
There is, I'm going to ask you all of them because they're all kind of issues and significance related. So Delbers asked, what is the significance of fibroids, tumors, or cancer lumps, and what needs to be released for it? And Kulpreet has asked, if there are 3 in a fortnight, there is recurring migraines, is that, what is that a manifestation of, or what needs to be released? These are the two questions left as far as I can make out.
Cancer, fear, and only fear. 100% only fear. Cancer means fear. Because a lot of fear will manifest cancer somewhere. You mentioned about fibroids. Now, fibroids is again, it's something like, it's again an issue of not letting go. A lot of people will get fibroids, PCOD. These are all coming from not letting go. If you see these people, the people who have got fibroids and PCOD, generally they have a lot of flab also. So not letting go is basically creating these two issues. And lastly, talking about migraine. Migraine is something which comes from a lot of expectations which you have from yourself. maybe, you know, a person who has a lot of competition with someone else, and the competition is maybe sometimes baseless, and this creates a kind of a competitive scenario for them. And when they do well or when they do bad, the migraine will somehow come back to them, because it's basically a stress which basically gets into the stress is created from the sky chakra, which is the third eye chakra. So that stress also creates migraine predominantly. Also, the throat chakra is very responsible for these the factors of let go. Throat chakra, in the sense, the thymus gland and the thyroid gland. These basically, as you know, are for metabolism. So they kind of affect the whole system per se. So fear, let go, and feeling of competition I did mention, but that comes from a lot of bitterness probably, which is created somewhere. And maybe someone has not been given the right opportunity or the right ride, or gender inequality, where it could end into migraine. Also, as I mentioned about that lady who had major schizophrenia, that lady was basically molested on 4 to 5 occasions. And what took the cake away, or rather, I'm sorry to use this word of this perspective, but what really broke her, you know, from internally, is that her husband also cheated on her. So that, and but that was the day, and she just collapsed. So poor thing, but yes, we'll get her out of that hopefully very soon.
And as you mentioned, she's already at a 40% recovery. So yes, of course, you know, slightly more intense work. So you know, many wishes for her, and more strength to you for this work that you do, Deepak, and for bringing this up and bringing this out.
In fact, sorry, I cut you off. Just one small detail. There's one gentleman who I don't want to name anybody, of course, is that he's on a coma. I've already done 1 or 2 modalities. I will be now doing inner child on him, and probably I'll be sharing the results. I'm hoping he will come out of the coma in the next 1 week or so. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I'm hoping that should happen. As far as possible, we can help humanity. Yes, that's the objective.
And strength and prayers for you for the work that you're about to begin.
Thank you.
And Deepak, I just quickly want to remind everybody, 24 hours is your offer. You have your first package, which is your 4 group calls, which is beginning Friday, 30th April. So 4 Fridays at 8 p.m. IST. Your 24-hour offer is 7,000 rupees or $110 US. And your second package is a one-on-one personal session with Deepak. Your 24-hour offer is 4,500 rupees or $71. 24 hours later, this will increase. And a few days later, we'll go back to original pricing as well. So please do utilize this.
Please utilize this opportunity. This is my solemn request and personal request that if you feel that this is will work for you, if any doubts, you please let me know. We can work around everything. But yes, this modality has come with a reason, to ensure that all the clutter which you carry on your head or in your cellular memories can be excluded, and you can become more powerful and limitless individual. That is the point. And powerful beings is my I always use that, powerful beings, because we are powerful. Only thing, we don't realize how powerful we are.
This actually reminds me of this quote by I think Alex L. And it is something on the lines of give me a moment, I'm just going to try and find it. I think 1 second, because I know I read it and I was like, oh my God, this is so true. And this is people men, women, girls, boys, everybody out there. All right. Sensitive topic, I know. Did we go into major details? Not really. I guess it is still that we still have a lot of time, a lot of steps to cover before everybody's openly comfortable to come out with this. But here is something that I know I want to leave you with is Alex L saying, you're not a victim for sharing your story. You are a survivor, setting the world on fire with your truth. And you never know who needs your light, your warmth, your raging courage. So I'm not saying you have to go onto the rooftops and shout your story out, but if you need to get some work done with any trauma, sexual abuse, trauma as a child, build it up, take this on, and non-intrusive. You don't even have to shout it out to Deepakk also. That when you do the work, you will be more at peace with yourself and it will reflect. So yeah. And of course, I think we, not just me, I think the world uses her quotes all the time. Deepakk, Maya Angelou said that I can be changed by what happens to me, but I refuse to be reduced by it.
Yes.
So people,
that is the spirit.
you know, don't be reduced by what happened.
Yes, yes.
And you don't want to do this alone. No worries.
Now my crown chakra is buzzing. So nice, so nice. And it was a pleasure being. Thank you. Thank Nilu, thank Nidhu, and Amrish, Shilpa, Misbah, and I'm sorry if I'm forgetting someone. Ruchira. Thank you so much for all your support and for making this happen. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Deepakk.
Thank you.
Absolute delight to have you here. And thank you for addressing everybody and taking care of everyone. I know one or two questions more have come up that people you have him on the group. So yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a great day.